Yo, what is going on everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And in today's video we're going to be speaking about the future of Duel and what we could possibly see happen to it in the future. So Duel the Haunted House Strikes Back has been at the park since 2003, but the actual building itself, before it was Duel, it was the original Haunted House, which actually opened in 1992. So it has actually been at the park 30 years, the sort of building and ride itself. However, it was just rethemed to Duel in 2003, which is where it became an interactive ride, and they put the blasters on with all obviously the dots in the rides which you shoot. So unfortunately I never got to experience the original Haunted House, what it was. I've just always known it as Duel, probably because I wasn't born obviously until 8 years after the original Haunted House opened, and then it got rethemed to Duel in 2003. I did actually see a POV of the original Haunted House, but because it was very dark and things in there, I believe it was darker as the original Haunted House as well. The clips aren't that great. Also as well, camera quality wasn't as good back obviously in the 90s as it is now. So I believe it was pretty much the same ride, just obviously without the blasters, and probably like a few touch-ups as well on the animatronics inside. Now let's actually talk about what has happened to Duel. As you may know or you may not know, a sign was actually put at the end of Duel's exit. So when people walked out, they saw this sign, which I'm going to put up on the screen now. So basically, it says 6 plus 9 equals the Duel is over. This is my house. So what we can take from that is the 6th of the 9th month, which is obviously the 6th of September. Duel will close, as it says, the Duel is over. So the second bit actually with the "this is my house," could it be the words of Emily Alton, which we can actually see in the queue line playing in a little playhouse? Who knows, it could be. So that leads us on to what this attraction could actually turn into. Now I think it is going to stay sort of the horror sort of themed dark ride. It is. I don't think they're going to make any changes to obviously actually the house itself. I think the ride's just going to get touched up and obviously sort of rethemed to something else. So could we be seeing it going back to its classic sort of haunted house style ride? That is what a lot of rumours and a lot of people believe to think it is. So I hope we do go back to sort of that style ride and like sort of remove the blasters and the interactive bit, because I think adding like interactive blasters and stuff to a horror dark ride isn't necessarily as scary as just sitting there and obviously enjoying the ride experience yourself. Now a lot of times I've been on Duel as well, I've not used the blasters because obviously after you've used them so many times, it gets to the point where you just want to sort of go through the ride. So I think it will be a good thing that they're going to probably remove these, but they could come back in a different style ride. But who knows, we'll have to wait and see, and I can't wait to see what they do with Duel. Now a few other rumours suggested that it could be an IP, like of Ghostbusters or something along those lines. Now I hope it doesn't, and I hope they do keep to the original theme, and I'm pretty sure they will. Obviously, if they're not going to do much to it outside and keep that the same, then they're not going to need any new planning permission to actually work on the ride. So maybe it's just going to replace like the animatronics inside, completely like sort of refresh the inside, and then maybe just a few sort of little changes outside. But I think the building itself is probably going to stay the same. It's just going to be everything inside that is going to change, which is going to suggest that it probably might be going back to an original sort of haunted house theme, what it opened up in back in 1992. And this is long awaited because Duel, over the years, like a lot of the animatronics inside have stopped working or don't work to the full potential as they used to back when it opened. For example, the tunnel what you go through, that has been not working for a number of years now. But it's not just that, there's other animatronics as well inside that aren't working to the full potential. So Duel itself is just becoming a bit of a state at the moment, and a bit of a mess. It's not just obviously the things that don't work in the ride, it's also as well in like the main queue, sort of like the show building as you walk into the house. It did actually change up. If you remember, they sort of changed the path and sort of a few things around it, like the order of what the props was in. So that didn't happen not so long ago, to be honest. But like I say, like sometimes they don't even have the doll's house on anymore. Having the fire in the main sort of pre-show bit is not always on. So much needed retheme, and I can't wait to see what they do with this ride. So what I'm thinking is now they're going to close it in September. Hopefully it's going to be ready for spring when the park reopens for the 2023 season. I think that's why they're closing it now, so they can have it ready to go at the start of the 2023 season. Because as we all know, Nemesis is going to be down all next year. So we're going to need another attraction for some higher throughput. We can't have, obviously, Duel and Nemesis closed. So hopefully it will be open for the start of the 2023 season. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this ride. But let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'm going to have a video coming up after this one about the brand new world at Chessington World of Adventures, what is going to be opening up in 2023. So stay tuned for that. And all the vlogs are now up from the summer trip. So if you haven't seen them, then go and watch the 7 vlogs what we did in the summer this year. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.